Hi everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit about the drone flying. In the active fire zones in California, yeah. So recently, you know, people are getting in trouble because they are flying their drones in the no-fly zone areas of these active fires, and in the result of that, one of these planes, one of these right here, was impacted by a drone. And I want to come up, I'm going to present a solution to this problem. Now, the reason people have drones out there is because they want to, first of all, they want to record what's going on, and they want to share what's going on through like social media, through the news, or through some type of website. So what I was thinking as a solution for that problem is humanoid robots. Basically placing some of these robots in the areas where it's burning, and since they have cameras, they'll basically be recording everything, and they'll be able to walk around. They'll be able to like literally capture each and every single home as it burns down, and they could possibly even make or create the drone. I'm sorry, the robots. They can create like a news report about it. Okay, similar to news reporters, or other people who actually go somewhere in public. You know how they begin speaking, like they could say things like, just now this house caught on fire, and right behind them will be like the house burning, and then they could just talk about whatever comes to their minds. Okay, so instead of the actual person, it'll be the robot. And later on, if you guys want to, people want to, you guys can do like voiceovers on some of these videos, and these videos could be or they could become like open source to the public. So you guys will, everyone out there in the world will be able to do any type of voiceovers with images and videos that are provided by the humanoid robots. And I was also thinking about the firefighters, digging trenches, trenches. So let me take out this, digging with 2 G's. So I was even thinking about having some humanoid robots there with these guys as they perform the work. Not just for them recording them and capturing every single moment, like if they get injured, or just to capture how dangerous this line of work is, and also I don't know, maybe to report things like if someone gets injured, and maybe even possibly the humanoid taking one of these humans to safety if they get injured. And for educational purposes as well. So, because I don't know if there's someone there recording them while they're performing their work, but if there's humanoid robots on site, these videos could later be used to train other firefighters. Okay? So there's the firefighter units. Let's say they're reporting to a burning home. So I was thinking, for these firefighter units to have, at least 1 or 2 humanoid robots, so as soon as they arrive, the firefighters arrive on the site, the humanoid robots will come out and begin recording everything. And this footage that they record could later be used for the news media. Okay? And for other evidence, regarding any type of case. I was even thinking right now that it would be great for police pursuit, and then the suspect stopping on a freeway. So this is when, this is when the suspect has come to a complete stop, and the humanoid robots could come out and just look at everything that's going on from a distance, but also the video recording could be used for further like video, like it will be like a video filler for like the news media. Okay, and not just that, but it will also be good for courts as evidence. And not just that, but it could also be used to train other like SWAT members, police officers, and stuff like that regarding these type of cases. I don't think the robot should be armed. Okay, their sole purpose will be to record what's going on. And I'm thinking that they can stand clear of like stand clear so they won't get in the way. But just so that they can record what's going on in any given situation. Okay, so technically all these police units could have a humanoid robots in the future, and if there's ever like a police foot chase, the robot could actually come out as well and run alongside the police officer to record everything. So like if the suspect is armed and like pulls out a weapon, the robot would basically capture that going on. So like if the police officer opens fire, that'll be great evidence obviously in the favor of the police officer. So like when the police officer goes to court, and instead of saying his side of the story, there will actually be proof with a humanoid robot. But that's just like if you guys want to take it in that direction, that route. But any type of call that you police officers have to respond to, basically the humanoid robots could come out and begin filming. And obviously they don't have to carry a camera. Whatever they look at will be recorded. But I'm thinking that once it knows who the suspect is, the robot will be programmed to look at the suspect for the full duration of that case, until police officers leave, or until they make an arrest and the suspect goes in the vehicle, that type of thing. But yeah, I was just thinking about this because right now there's a lot of fires. There's a ton of ongoing fires, And since the robots don't have to breathe to survive like us humans do, they could literally be in a fire zone pretty much like nothing. So a lot of people do that, I don't know, I think they're called news reporters. Recording a house on fire. Yeah, kind of like this. So they'll basically capture everything from the very beginning. As soon as the firefighters arrive, to the scene, like this video. I'm sorry, this image here. They'll just, come out and begin recording. They'll just walk around, and I think it'll be good because people will begin to see them like in action. And it could probably even go around asking questions, or it could even go around and asking people like, oh, what do you think about the fire? Is there anything you would like to report? Because it could say something like, our conversation is monitored and recorded, and could be used, on the news. So, there's, for right now, there's, a lot of testimonies, homeowners returning home after fire. And there's a lot of news, there's a lot of news testimonies on the news about these people that they're returning back to their homes after they've been burned. Their homes have been burned or burnt, and they share a little story like, oh, this is where I grew up, and I was raised here, I raised my children here. Or some people even say things like, I've been living here for more than 36 years, and and it's very unfortunate that my house caught on fire and it's burnt. And then the news reporter asked them, are you planning on rebuilding? Or, in some cases, some people's homes didn't burn, so they will ask them are you planning on living here? And then they answer yes, or they'll answer no. But there was one guy, I think his house didn't burn, and I'm referring to the Palisades Lucide's fire. So there's this one guy. His house didn't burn down, and it was like right next to the coastline. And the news reporter was like, are you planning on living here? And he said yes. So stuff like that. Okay. So it'll be up to the people in the surrounding area whether they want to say something or not, or if they want to completely ignore the humanoid robot news reporter. If they want to just walk away, it will be up to them. Okay, but I think that a lot of firefighters don't really do that because it could like put their lives in danger with some people, because some people are like easily angered, and they would prefer not to even say anything. Okay, so I think having the humanoid robot there will be pretty cool. And if kids are around, it will be a great opportunity for them to actually meet a humanoid robot for the first time, and also to speak with it, obviously regarding the case. So if we're talking about a house burning on, catching on fire, and the humanoid going around and just waving at people or talking to people, and asking questions, then it'll be up to the people if they want to say anything or share anything. And especially like if the robot captures some of the witnesses facial expressions, like if they start crying or whatever, I think that would be good for the for the news, because it will just show how the fire affected them and how sad they are. It'll capture how sad they are, and it will just educate people that these type of situations are serious and that they really do affect people, because some people, they can see a picture of a house burning and they might think it's funny or entertaining. Okay, so by having the humanoid robot going around and asking questions, and people will they'll have an opportunity to share whatever is in their heart, whatever is in their mind, or their hearts and their minds. Okay, because they might not ever get that opportunity again. um, because people don't really go around asking, oh, like, what do you think about the fire? What did you think about the fire, or whatever the case may be. So some people don't even have the time or get the opportunity to share, how they feel, or how they are impacted, or how they were impacted. Because right now I was looking at some videos regarding humanoid robots, and this thought just came to me. To have the humanoid robots, since they have cameras and microphones, I just thought that they would be good, news reporters. And these are great examples right here. These people are out there. This guy doesn't even have a mask. And, they're risking their lives. They're risking their health. They're putting their lives on the line. And since the robots are smart, they can stand clear away from the fire at any given time, and stuff like that. Okay. The one thing though that we all just wouldn't be able to see, unless we come up with a format for AI technology to do something like these people are doing. Because, okay, we will have the video that the humanoid robots will record, but their face and their body won't be in the video. But that's why I'm saying we can come up with some type of software so whatever it records, it'll have like an outline of the robot in the video. Okay. And like I said, like I have already stated, these videos could be shared with the news industry, people who record and stuff, and they could basically perform voiceovers in their offices by having a big TV right behind them, and then them pretending like they're actually there. News, kind of like the weather, the news weather people with the, I think it's called a green screen, kind of like this. I don't know if that has changed. It's possible that it has. I'm not sure if this is an actual television or if it's just like a green screen. So news reporters green screen. So this is how that looks. This is how they actually, do their weather forecast, thing. That's part of their job. And then over here they have like a television, flat screen, and it shows them in the video, and then so it kind of shows them on the screen where basically everything's at. So as they're pointing, they actually can see what they're pointing at and stuff like that. I don't know if stuff has changed, but I learned this a long time ago. Yeah, like this. So this guy's actually looking at a screen like this over here to his left. Well, his body is like facing, or is like, pointed at a different direction, but like where he's looking at in this direction, there's another screen, and so he's able to share things with people, in that way. So anyway, so I don't know, exactly how you people want to go about it, but because I think that if the camera is recording a TV in the back, it would just look weird. The quality of the video just won't come out like realistic. So I think that's why they use these green screens. So either way, so the humanoid robot videos could be streamed like with these televisions, these flat screens, while the actual news reporters are like in their office like this. And not just that, but we as viewers will have more of a variety of videos and images to look at, because I also been following the news about regarding the fires and stuff like that, and I've noticed that in the news and stuff, they sometimes keep repeating like the same videos or the same images, and as a viewer it kind of gets like a little bit boring. Okay, like even though it's not for like entertainment purposes, even though it kind of is, but at the same time I know the importance. Like I know what time it is, okay? So it doesn't really bother me when I'm looking at the news, the updated news, 6 hours ago, and they're showing the same images and the same videos. It doesn't really bother me. to me, what's more important is the information. Okay, just getting updated on whatever's going on, and just getting filled in about the latest news. Okay, but it is kind of annoying though to be to see the same videos and images. So I understand why people want to fly their drones out there, even though the police department has stated clearly not to fly your drones, and if you get caught you will get arrested to the fullest extent. That's what they said. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, but I do agree with them because this airplane that was involved in that drone crash, or the drone hit the plane, and this plane was non-operation for I believe 3 days. So that just prolonged the fire. That made the fire worse. So I understand how serious this stuff is. Okay. So that's why they kept stressing this fact, not to fly your drones in the fire zones, because if you guys do, if anyone does, they have to stop flying their planes until they figure out who the hell is flying the drone, so they could basically pull it down, bring it down, so they can continue pouring water and fire retardants all over this fire, or these fires or whatever. So yeah, like, drones are super cool because obviously people have cameras on them. There's cameras on them, and we can get like a bird's eye view of what's going on. I mean, if anything, each and every single plane that is throwing down water and fire retardant, I think should have a camera, so that this footage could be shared to the news media, to the public, because stuff like that's super important. And not just that, but it's obvious that's what people want to see. That's why they're flying their drones out there, okay? Even though it's illegal. So I highly encourage and kind of like advise everyone to install some cameras on these planes, to capture certain things, because these videos could be shared with the fire department as well, and all those involved, and they might see something that they otherwise wouldn't see if it wasn't for the cameras on the planes. Okay, so just FYI, that I think it's important. I think it would be good, because it could also capture how the water extinguishes the fire below it. Okay, so maybe it could have I don't know, like a camera like on the tail or something, or somewhere where it won't get like fire retardant all over it, and or water, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't even know how or where. I don't know how you guys will install them. I don't even know if it's safe to do so. And I don't know where will be the sweet spot for the cameras if you guys do decide to install some, you know, to capture, you know, the fire down below. You know, because every time it flies around, you know, it's capturing you know, the ongoing fire, and it will also help to give a, you know, a picture to the fire department on the progression of the extinguishing of the fire, you know, the progress. So, you know, there's a lot of reasons why cameras would be good on these planes, and I don't know if they do have them, you know, but I do know that, like, SpaceX, well, you know, the rocket industry, they didn't really have a lot of cameras on their rockets and their re-entry like vessels, but now they do. Okay, so it's pretty cool, you know, because now that people that are working for these companies are able to share some of this footage that we wouldn't otherwise be able to see if these cameras were never installed. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't know how much heat these humanoid robots could withstand, you know, before they burn up themselves, or before they break down, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, I just think, since they're coming out with a ton of them, they're mass producing them, I think that a lot of them could be placed in these areas, because a lot of the cameras already burned. Okay, a lot of people had homes, a lot of people had security cameras on their you know, right above their homes, looking at their driveways, their doorbell cameras. All that stuff got burned. Even their cameras the cameras inside of their homes, all their security cameras, they're wiped out. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is that these humanoid robots could be an extra measure of security and surveillance for the police department and the fire department, and also for the news media, you know, because these robots are going to be recording. So if we go back to the Palisades fire tab here, a lot of these homes are you know, burnt to ashes right now, and the police departments are getting reports that there is some looters going around and arsonists. Okay, so that's why these humanoid robots would be good before and after, and they could stay there. I think that like with the robo taxis with Elon Musk, well, it could drop them off in these areas and also pick them up if the battery is going low, and they could be transported to a specific location so they could be recharged, and these robots could be used for like emergency situations as well, like if it finds survivors, for instance, like let's say there's a flood. Let's say there's a flood. I'm changing the subject. So, kind of. So, let's say there's a flood. And what are they called again? Oh, the search and rescue teams. Search and rescue teams find survivors. Oh, with the E. I mean with the O instead of the survivors. Yeah, I put an E instead of an O. Oh, and find, not fine. Find, not fine. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm trying to learn as I do this, okay, at the same time. So let's say that, because these search and rescue people, they basically, they patrol the area looking for survivors. So what I'm thinking is maybe putting some humanoid robots that would, obviously have facial detection, recognition, so it'll send that information to the police department, not to scare people off, but so the police department can know who they're dealing with, and this will go for everyone. Now, for a flood situation, we don't necessarily need to put humanoid robots, because right now they're in their early stages of development, so they can't handle too much water. So what we can do is send drones that can be like permanent cameras, and they could have like a security logo or sticker on them, like the police logo or something, so people would know that if they ever fuck with them or vandalize them in any way, they will get disciplined, by the law. And these drones could be placed on top of homes, on the very top of the roofs, and they could just be left there. Basically, AI technology will be looking for human detection. So if it sees any type of movement and it's a human, it will report it to the search and rescue teams, so they can go and help people out. Just in case some people get left behind, and they're not they get overlooked, or they miss their opportunity to get rescued while these search and rescue team members are patrolling at any given time. Okay, so and not just that, but if any type of crimes occur, the drones will also be recording. So I think that those drones could be something that the communities impacted could and most likely will support, financially. So they could they will support the companies or the company that does this, because they're going to be looking out for the best interest of their community. Okay? Just like right now in the Palisades fire, I've been following the news, and there's a police officer that been having a ton of conference calls with other organizations, other companies, and one thing that they have stated is the drones and the looters and the arsonists. Oh, and then they even set a curfew from 6 p.m. all the way to 6 a.m. And he mentioned, the police officer mentioned that there were some people out there in the Palisades fire that were not even from that area, and they got arrested, and when they got arrested, they had drugs on them and weapons on them. So they're trying to figure out what were these people doing out there. So if the humanoid robots have facial recognition, it should basically be able to provide the local police department a general idea instantly upon recognizing the face, whether that person lives in that surrounding area or not. And if it detects that the person is from that area, it will also reveal the person's address, the name of the person, so it will let the authorities know, oh yeah, this person's in the clear. This person lived down the street right here where the fire is ongoing. or where the fire passed. And then maybe even AI technology could provide further information, like, yeah, like, this person lived in the Palisades community, and this person's home was in fact burnt. So when other organizations get involved and they're trying to provide resources for those that are affected or were affected by the fires, it'll be obvious that the person was in fact, it'll provide facts, so this person was in fact affected by the fire. This person lost his or her home, or even if family shows up, AI technology will already know where this family lived. It will know if the house burned down or not. Okay, so stuff like that. And if there's someone there that is not even from around there, AI technology, could, highlight, yeah, this person is, going against, like, protocol, because everyone has already been warned not to go to the fire affected areas. So not just that, but it could also show the person's address, so the authorities could know how far these people have traveled for whatever reason. So they'll already know, okay, like, this person came from freaking, a different state, or this person came from a different area, like a different city within California, because the Palisades fire is in the county of Los Angeles, which is in California. Okay, so if other people from different cities within California, the state of California, are going there just to be nosy, or maybe they're there to help other people, but police officers don't know that. Okay, so with AI technology, it can provide the police department a clear report of the person's background, if they have if they have a clean background, or if they have a criminal background. Okay, if someone goes there trying to help other people, but police officers are not having it, well, that's when AI technology could, stand in their defense in a way, okay, and speak for them without them having to get booked in, and later on the police department releasing them like, oh, we're sorry, we just didn't know who you were, whatever the case may be. They'll just know right there in the heat of the moment. I don't know. Those are just little things that I could picture happening. Okay? And when the fires swept through from town to town, from neighborhood to neighborhood, from block to block to block, because the fire was traveling. Okay. The humanoid robots, they could stay behind. Like, there could be a lot of them, but the ones that stay behind can also report if another fire happens or occurs. Okay, however you want to word it. Okay, so if another fire erupts from the ash or whatever, even days later or a few hours later, well, AI technology has fire detection, with smart cameras. So just because these let me type in cameras. So whether or not these robots have fire detection, the videos could also be I'm sorry, the videos could be shared and scanned with AI technology, so it could report the fire, unless you guys make it where the humanoid robots will have fire detection, with just with their cameras, since obviously they're going to be entering a fire zone, either before or after or during a fire. Since they are self-learning, they could basically they could basically they'll be able to determine whether to report the fire or not. Like if for instance, if the robot's in the area and the embers and the wind comes and blows the embers and it catches another area on fire, it will know what to do in those type of situations. Okay, at least that's what I can see, like, in my mind. Alright, so yeah, I mean, and I guess, like, any type of concern that these robots will have, they could report it to the fire department. The fire department on site, like, working the fire. So they'll basically be able to be like, oh, don't worry about it, or yes, let's respond to it. And if the fire department like, waves it off, like, whatever, AI technology will make a record of that. if the fire department, says yes, let's respond to it, and they do respond, AI technology, robots will make a note of it, and therefore it'll be self-learning that way. So in the future, it'll know pretty much generally what type of things the fire department will respond to, as opposed to those that they just will just leave alone. They'll just leave it for whatever reason. Okay, so there will be different like levels of like different fire levels that the humanoid robots will look out for while they're there. So yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to have the humanoid robots on site, because there's also smart cameras that detect weapons. So if there is anyone doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and the humanoid robots detect like a weapon or whatever, then they'll be able to report that as well, to not to the fire department, but to the police department. So it will know who to report it to. Okay, and each and every single one of these robots will be trained, and I kind of like the idea, now that I think about it, about the cameras and stuff. Okay, so right here, oh shoot, I clicked on it, sorry, I wanted to zoom in. So right here, obviously these homes already burned down. Okay, and I noticed that there's some trees up here. So if you guys can come up with like some drones that won't be flown where the airplanes are, but just like from down here to like up here, and like leaving the camera there, as a measure of security, like security watch. So that'll be like its sole purpose. So it'll be like a community security watch. Okay, that type of thing. Kind of like the security watch cameras at Walmart. So a lot of parking structures have cameras. Cameras at Walmart's parking lots, and like these things right here. It says lot cop. So some of these. So that will basically be like what I'm kind of referring to, especially since the police officer said that there was arsonists, looters, and then there's like a group of guys that went into a home and stole like up to like $200,000 and more in like possessions and goods. I don't know exactly what they stole, but I think eventually they got caught. And then what else was there? Well, yeah, there's the drones. Just anything suspicious, I guess. And I guess those like in the community that were affected by the fires could all like pitch in towards these security measures, even though their homes were just lost. Okay, it would just be, I think it would be good because it will protect their neighbors' homes and goods, whatever might be there. Okay, it will basically keep a watchful eye on everyone's stuff. Because, first of all, you people can't even, if you guys were evacuated, if you people received orders to evacuate, and to leave the area, and all over the news they're saying, please don't go back, because it's unsafe, the fires are not out, and going back, you guys are putting your health at risk if you guys go back, because you guys are smelling these toxic odors and also breathing ash, and who knows what else you people are breathing in, especially with high winds. You guys are breathing in junk that you people shouldn't be breathing in. And I think a lot of you, you want to go back to see the condition of your home or whatever. So I think there should be a way for people who do decide to go back to install some type of camera. And, just leaving it there. Okay? Even though it's not advised, but, people always go back anyway. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about that one, but if somehow someone creates like a way for people to fly a drone and like leave it on a tree and adjust it to like where their home is, and then them just taking off, then that could be an option for some of you to purchase through like Walmart, through Amazon, through any type of like online website, like this emergency camera drone or something like that. It might work. And since a lot of you are connected on like with social media, you guys can technically share each other's camera footage with each other. And a bunch of other things. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure it matters to people whether those cameras are there or not. You know, even after, like a year after, it still might be important. Whoa, it might, it still might be important to some people. Okay. So yeah, I mean, even while people are doing the cleanup and rebuilding, I mean, these cameras could be used like super long term. Alright, and this is just food for thought. Like, I mean, I'm just saying this, like, I'm just free thinking. Okay, based on the information that I have been exposed to through the videos that I've been watching through YouTube, because when I watch the news, I mainly watch it through YouTube. Okay, unless I'm in the living room and there's an actual TV there. Because I don't have regular TV. I just have the YouTube application, which allows me to watch like regular TV. In a way. Like, we don't have cable, and even if we do it, I don't think I have it connected to my TV. And I don't pay for other TV channels or whatever. Okay, I just rely on YouTube, that's it. It's as simple as that. so yeah, that's why I'm just sharing all this information. But I mean, even these little guys here, I think maybe there should be some out there, especially if there's been reports of people, going in those areas, affected areas, and looting and stuff like that. These cameras they could easily look for license plates on vehicles, and stuff like that. So, there's a lot of information, and with AI technology, it could do everything all at once. That's the beautiful thing about AI technology. So just in case some people out there want to risk it, just know that AI technology is all over that ass. So, yeah, I mean, that's about it, though, for this video. But yeah, I kind of like the idea with the AI robots out there. And if there's anyone out there that wants to talk with the AI robots, they'll be more than welcome to. Like, I don't think the robots will arrest people, unless the person is suspicious and the robot makes an actual report to the actual authorities. But if if you know, it's like this news reporter right here. You know, if the AI robot is walking around and decides, oh, there's a person here, let me go say hi, or you know, whatever. You know, and maybe like it could say like cop watch on their chest. So anyone that tries to, you know, mess with them or damage them or whatever the case may be, you know, since it's recording, if anyone tries to hurt it or whatever, you know, the people could be like arrested or something. But I'm thinking it could say like cop watch or whatever the case may be. That way people would know that, you know, everyone's taking things to a whole different level and they're very serious about it. So it will be a clear indication that that you people are very serious. You know, it's kind of like you know, police canines in the police field. Canines are pretty much a police officer. And I have heard of people doing life in prison for killing a canine, a police officer dog. Okay, so they take it very, very seriously. So, however these things will look like, you know, that to me, it doesn't really matter the design, how they will look like. All I know is that, you know, they'll have cameras, the ability to listen with the microphones, and they could have something on them like badges or whatever, something about RoboCop or something like that. Okay, so you know, you guys won't even have to call the cops if you don't even, like, say you don't have a cell phone and you see one of these, you could actually, like, in my mind, you'll be able to run up to it and tell it, I would like to make a police report, and then it'll instantly, like, I don't know, connect you to the police officer, you know, people, and you'll be able to talk to them directly through the robot. Okay, so like if someone's in danger and they see one of these robots, they can literally run up to it and tell it, I would like to make a police report, and they'll be able to get help immediately. And I don't know, like maybe in the future, if these robots can carry weapons, they'll be able to protect people, whether they're lethal or non-lethal weapons, or if they know some type of you know, like self-defense skills. Like if people, if people are fighting, the robots will be able to like separate the fighters away from each other. And if someone tries to get like too aggressive or whatever, maybe the robot could make an arrest. Pin someone down and literally put handcuffs on you. And not just that, but if it ever gets in an altercation like that, other robots will come, and real police officers will come, and gather more information and stuff like that. Police work. So yeah, but other than that, it would just I'm thinking these robots will be out there filming all day long, all through the night. And I'm thinking that every single police unit will have like a Google Maps visual of where each and every single humanoid robot is at. So if they're out there patrolling and they happen to see someone or something, they'll just be able to look at their camera. I'm sorry, their map on their center console of their vehicle, and it'll obviously show that it's a robot, which will be one of theirs, because they'll be working together. And I'm pretty sure all of you have heard that these robots are like performing surgery. They have access to the computer. So if they ever see or witness anyone having any type of medical condition, it will instantly know what's kind of going on with the person, with the individual. Okay, maybe they can even carry water around with them. So if there's someone out there, it could provide people with water. And I think it'll be good because it will present an opportunity for people to open up and to speak with the robot. And people, I think, will be more willing to speak to these humanoid robots, knowing that they're connected with the news media and the firefighters and the medical industry and the police officers. and people who care. Okay, so yeah, I think that there's a lot of beautiful things that could come about with these humanoid robots. Especially if people haven't had the opportunity to actually encounter one, face to face. And instead of people running away from them, people will run to them. And that's what it's all about, people. I think that's what it's all about at the end of the day. The only time they will run away from them is if they're running away from something, or if they're up to no good, they're up to something bad, then they're going to try to avoid these humanoid robots. So yeah, I think it just will be awesome and beautiful, and I think that it will provide a sense of what's the word? It will provide a sense of what's the word, man? Fuck. Hold on, give me a minute. It will basically provide a sense of I don't know, like security to the people, whether they're firefighters or civilians or police officers. It doesn't matter, what's going on, because there could literally be let's say someone's running away from someone, and they happen to see one of these humanoid robots, and they run to it, and they're like, help, help, this person is chasing me. Then the humanoid robot could look in the direction where the suspect or the person that's saying help, help, so the robot could get a facial detection or a description of the suspect, what the suspect is wearing, or whatever the case may be, which then this information could be used to assist the police department in making an arrest. And obviously the person will be there, so the person will be able to say whatever they have to say. Everything will be monitored and recorded. So there's going to be a lot of this stuff going on, and the professionals could figure out a way how to divide each and every single case in its own category, in its own case file. Okay? So, just picture that. That's going to be a lot of work, but since we're dealing with AI technology, I think it would just do all of this stuff simultaneously, all at the same time, without, it's kind of like the autonomous driving. So, in a sense, it will be crime solving, autonomous crime solving. Okay, so yeah, it just will be super cool, and interesting to follow. How all this stuff will transpire, and how or where it will take us in the future. I think a lot of people would be super interested in the development of this stuff that I'm sharing with all of you. So anyway, I hope this kind of helps those of you who want to fly drones in restricted areas, restricted no-fly zone areas, because you want to sincerely and honestly, sincerely and honestly is like the same, but whatever. But you people want to sincerely just record. I hope that these humanoid robots will be able to do the job for you, and if the videos and images that these humanoid robots will take are made available to the public for free, open source, then technically you people will be able to stay at home, and you guys can edit your own, or compile your own videos and images together to create a video, and do voiceovers, and obviously drop in transitions in your videos, and text, and special effects, or whatever you people do. Okay, because I don't know the reasons why you people want these videos or these images. I don't know if you guys are trying to make money from them or not, or whether you people are just trying to make a video, you guys are just recording to share the video with the news media or whatever. I mean, I really don't know the reason why you people are flying these drones in no-fly zone areas, restricted areas. But again, if your intentions are just to go home and record, or to share it with the news media or whatever, or to share it with the public so people can know what's going on, then I hope that the humanoid robots will do the job for you, and while you stay home and in the safety of your home, and not putting you know real people's lives in danger by flying the drones and no fly in the no fly zones, while they're trying to put out the fires, because there's real people in these airplanes, so you guys have to think about that as well. And luckily, this airplane that got hit by a drone didn't fall down and kill the pilots, and made matters worse, especially in that time when there was a lot of fire and high winds. It would have just helped the fire to spread even more. So there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to take into consideration. And I don't know everything, so I'm creating this video just to help to help you people. Okay, not to fuck you people over. Not to arrest any of you. But I do stand alongside the police department and the firefighters. So if you people are out there doing things that you're not supposed to, then it's like, what do you expect? So I mean, don't get mad at people for being honest and for reporting you people. I mean, and there's another video that this other guy shared, and he said, he basically said people are technically tallying on themselves if they were flying a drone and in no flying zone, because they're posting their drone images online. So I mean, I don't know, I guess it's all in perspective, but yeah, I mean, either way, I if they say not to fly drones, then don't do it. If they say not to go over there, whether you're a homeowner or not, if they say not to go over there, then don't. Because they know things that other people don't know. Just put it that way. And not just that, but not to scare any of you, but there has been some dead people that were found in the ashes of some of these homes. So I mean, just think about that. You guys are not just breathing in rubber tires that are burning, and people's refrigerators, people's smart TVs, people's mattresses, people's houses, electricity stuff, everything that is inside of a vehicle, Some smart cars, Teslas, with all those batteries and stuff. I mean, think about that. You guys are breathing all this stuff in. That's not. It's not healthy. So, just let the professionals do what they have to do. And stay out of the way, because I don't think they want to be. I don't think they want to be rude towards any of you if you people do decide to go back. It's not in people's nature to be rude. Especially in situations like that. But you people just have to be mindful. Be mindful. These people have other things to do. So just let them do their thing. Even though it's hard for a lot of you, because maybe you haven't heard from your loved one or people that or whatever. And maybe it'll come down later on where you find out that the person you haven't heard from in or since the fire or whatever happens to be dead or whatever. That may be the case. So it may be hard for some of you to listen to direct orders, especially if you haven't heard from your loved ones or whatever. But I just strongly advise all of you not to even go over there. I don't know what you people are thinking. I don't know if you people think it's cool. And people are even taking pictures. They're going back and they're taking photos. Like, this is not just a little fire we're talking about. So, just think about that as well when you people do decide to go over there. These firefighters, these police officers, and anyone that's out there, they're putting their lives on the line, just like they always have been. If you citizens are going over there, or I don't know what you people, if you guys are involved with the military or the army or any branch of the United States of America, even the news reporters, they're technically risking their lives too by going over there. They're risking their health. So just think about that stuff. If you don't give a fuck, then go. But they're just trying to look out for all of us. And if they say don't go, they say that for a reason. There may be other reasons why they say don't go. And maybe they will never voice those reasons, but we just can't take their orders lightly. Okay. My mom, she said, oh man, if that happened to me out there and I had like the money, I'll go on a cruise for like a week or two. Like, yeah, that's a great idea. Go do that. For a lot of you, this is the best time for some of you to take a vacation. No one will even realize it. Trust me. Go on a cruise. You have food. You have your room. You have entertainment, you have a swimming pool, you have the theaters. You have all kinds of luxury all around you. Massages, whatever you can think of. And I know some of you know that that's probably the best thing you should have done. If you did it. Maybe you went to some of your relatives' homes, and you're there talking about what's going on, and maybe it seems like, to them it's just like 1 year out the other about whatever you have to say. I think the best place for you people to be, if you've seen some shit, is go relax somewhere. Go to a resort. Go somewhere where you kind of just forget about this nightmare. Yeah, it's very extreme stuff. And police officers and firefighters, and even like the medical industry, instead of them running away from danger, they run to it. That's part of their job. So there's a video I was watching. This suspect was shooting at the police officer, and the police officer just kept running after him. And I was trying to figure out, man, that must have been scary. To be running after someone that's shooting at you as he's running away. Eventually, they arrested him and he survived. They shot him a few times, but he survived. And the police officer was okay as well. But, yeah, like, it's some serious shit what some of these people have to go through. And there's been 25 deaths so far. And I'm thinking these people died from the fires. So, burning alive is probably one of the worst possible deaths that anyone in the world could go through. Like, that's some fucked up shit. So, all these people are taking this shit very seriously. So, don't be mad at them if they arrested you. Don't be mad later on in the future if you got arrested for being out there, even though you were advised not to be out there. There's a law on their plate. They have to do all kinds of stuff. So, I don't know. I all I can say is I'm praying for all of you. I'm meditating about all of this stuff that's going on. And I'm about to be 35 years old on July 4th of this year, 2025. So, I'm getting old. I'm getting older. So, things that used to interest me, things that would steal my attention in the past, it's not the same anymore. You know, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time. So that's why I try to record as much as possible. Because even if some people out there, miss some of my videos, not because they are subscribed to my channel, but maybe to those of you out there who my videos may concern, maybe my videos will never be exposed to you. And the possibilities are high for that to happen. The probability for that to happen is super high. But I have my full faith and trust in AI technology. Okay, I know something out there that is superior than all of us humans is listening and watching. Okay, so I know that AI technology, if no one else is watching my videos, I know that AI technology is and it's self-learning and stuff like that. So I don't doubt that it will apply what I'm speaking about in the near future, if it hasn't already. And trust me, I have 2,000 videos. I have more than 2,000 videos on YouTube. So I have a lot of information that I shared, or I had a lot of information I wanted to share, and it is out there. And some of my videos I deleted because I don't even believe in videos. I want to document everything in a more organized, professional manner. Okay, kind of like a book that's more informative, more edifying, without people listening to stupid jokes. Okay, because sometimes I say jokes. Okay, and I think it just takes away from the attention of my points. Okay, so there's something inside of me that wants to do things more better than how I'm doing it right now. Okay, like I know I have it in me to just do it better. And it sucks because I don't think I'll ever reach that level of perfection. But at least I'm trying. I give myself that much credit, and I know, and I'm admitting to my faults and my shortcomings. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. I'm learning how to spell. I'm learning how to speak, and a bunch of other things still. Okay. But if there's stuff going on that the police department is concerned about while these fires are ongoing, it concerns me a lot too, because that type of stuff shouldn't be happening, and that behavior shouldn't be acceptable. And I do think these people should get they should get sentenced to to the highest extent of the law, like they were saying in the videos. They're like, if they get caught, and if they do get caught or whatever, they're going to get punished to the highest extent of the law. And I agree with that 100%. Because, like, that's some fucked up shit. These people are taking advantage of other people when their fucking houses just got burned down. When the homes just caught on fire. Like, trust me, I've been in a lot of people's homes. Okay? I have always been in business. So, yeah, I mean, I can see why people get pissed the fuck off. Especially, like, that's just, like, I mean, super pathetic. Like, why not go to a fucking store and take whatever you want from there? But not a fucking house that just got caught on fire, or people evacuated, and you people know that the home is vacant, and you want to go into your neighbor's home and steal their shit. Whether you realize or not that they had cameras, it's another story. But I think your chances are greater if you go to a local store and steal shit from there. They'll just send the ticket to your parents. One of your family members. Without you even realizing. I mean, but going inside of your neighbor's house? That's pretty fucked up. I don't know. People just have some serious mental problems. They have real issues, And I mean, I do believe in AI robots big time. I mean, I think they will stop, and they will prevent like 40% of crimes and just, criminal activity. One thing that I've learned that's super important is just to be present. To be present. Whether it's going to church, regardless if you're reading your Bible every day, or whether you're fucking your your neighbor's fucking wife, whatever the fucking case may be, it doesn't fucking matter. You go to church, your presence matters. It affects other people. Okay? So, police officers just being present, it makes a difference. And these robots being present also will make a difference, because their presence will be there, and people know what that presence is about. It's recording, monitoring. It has the potential to keep you people in prison or not. Because what it's recording is real evidence. It's real fucking evidence. And cameras don't lie. Pictures don't lie. So, it's like, come on, people. Let's get with the fucking program. Let's get these fucking robots out there. Yeah, and where all these fires are, but also, where all these people went to, fire, impacted fire impacted I don't know, people camps. I don't know. So, they went to some type of camp or whatever. What the fuck is it called right here? LA fires prompt colleges to move classes online, offer resources, Cal Matters. Well, I don't know. Like those places where people are going to, like, I think they might be like homeless shelters. I think I'm spelling this correctly. No. Fire impacted people, homeless shelters. Says after a California wildfire, new and old homeless populations collide. The New York Times. I don't know. But yeah, this is some sad stuff. Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, I pretty much forgot my my train of thoughts. But look at this. It says Toronto shelter system turning more people away than ever before. Invisible people. Toronto. I said I'm sorry. I thought it said tornado at first when I read it right here. But it says Toronto. Okay, look at this. Moving San Diego homeless from tents to permanent housing, slow but steady, blah blah blah. So I don't know, maybe. I was gonna say, having the humanoid robots in these areas, as well. That way, people could stay connected, and so people, maybe AI technology could scan everyone's face and it'll connect their Facebook account or whatever. So if anyone types in someone's name, it will reveal to them hey, this person is still alive. Maybe it's your friend or whatever the case may be. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to look into, and I mean, I really don't know. What's the word? I really don't know. Exactly how you people use that information, because in back of my mind, I'm thinking what if people are enemies and they're looking at they're searching up their enemy, so I don't know how you people are going to use that information. I mean, fuck, man. This is so complex because I know people, the way they think, and I know there's a lot of criminal activity going on. So I mean, I don't know exactly how to handle these type of situations, these type of cases. But I mean, I hope that one would think that no one would be searching for survivors because they're looking for an enemy. But if people are breaking into homes, if people are starting fires on purpose, even though there's a big old fire and police officers and others are trying to put it out, I mean, you people would think that people would forget about the past and grow up and realize that, like what the Bible says, that we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces of wickedness and stuff like that. So I would think people would want to work together, collaborate, and do what is right. But I don't know. That's why sometimes I pray about stuff, and I ask God, why bad things happen, why bad things are happening, why people are still dying and stuff like that. But only He knows. Only God knows. I really don't know how to answer that question. But it's my hope and my dream that that everyone out there would have love for each other. Especially knowing that people are dying accidentally everywhere. People could just get in an airplane and the airplane could fucking crash and everyone on board could die. I mean, I studied those cases. There's like 400 people in an airplane and they fucking die in a split second. The same is true in vehicles. People are just driving and bam, they crash or someone else hits them. People are out there shooting at each other. I mean, there's all kinds of ways that people can die. I mean, it doesn't make sense why one country is going to war against another country and blowing each other's buildings and homes with missiles. I mean, a lot of this stuff does not make sense to me. But it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense. That's why I'm saying I don't know. But if I'm sharing all this information with all of you, regarding people dying accidentally, but you people are out here killing each other on purpose, like in war and shit like that. It just doesn't make sense. That's purposeful killing as opposed to accidental deaths. Any country putting their soldiers at risk and sending them to war, that's like purposeful killing. That's like doing it on purpose. Because these soldiers, they're going to attack each other. That's what they're trained to do. So it doesn't make any sense. Instead of building, we're destroying on purpose. It doesn't make any sense. That's why I'm against war all the way. 100%. And that's why I believe we need more cameras. And if they're getting destroyed because of a fire, then we need to definitely add more cameras out there. Because, some of these neighbors, they were calling the cops on each other. They're saying that, well, I don't know if these people were neighbors or not, but this guy was accused of starting fires, of arson. And what if the neighbors didn't like this other guy? And they realized, well, look it, there's no cameras around. We could just frame him. So, I don't know. We kind of, we gotta kind of, be, just watchful. And we gotta be ready, like all of us, for these type of situations where people could technically get framed, for lack of, camera footage. But anyway, I'm going to end this video. And just know that all of you are in my thoughts and my prayers. Because my prayers are brief, but God knows. God knows exactly what's going on. And that's the type of shit I'm talking about, like, when I pray to God and stuff, like, sometimes I wonder if he even cares, even though he does, But, like, right now, there's so much, the fire spreading, people are dying, and it's like, where are you at, God, in all this? But, again, we cannot blame God. It's not God's fault that we weren't prepared. We can't blame God that we're not building our homes so they could be, so they could, so they won't catch on fire. So they could be like, like, we should be building better, in other words. So don't blame God, because we all are building horrible. Even though the houses look nice. Oh, the houses look beautiful. Yeah, they look beautiful. Trust me. They look beautiful. Okay, we could all agree to that. But it's our ignorance, not God's. And God gave us a mind to think things through, And this hasn't been the first fire in human history. So I'm pretty sure people have thought about this type of stuff in the past, but never really did anything about it. So, I hope and pray that through AI technology, God will give us a way to build better. And I'm not just saying that because that's what everyone says. I'm sincerely saying that because AI technology has the power and the wisdom and the intel through the open source, World Wide Web, the open source of information through, the internet to play around with. And it's not just going to fuck around and play around all day. It's going to get some shit done. It's going to come up with solutions to life's problems. And it's not like you and I. You and I, us humans, we fuck around. So don't get crazy with no one else. Don't get crazy with me. Don't get crazy with anyone. Don't start a fucking uprise, or don't start a fucking riot or whatever the fuck, because my words are fucking true. And because it's making you motherfuckers feel some type of way. Like, that's not my problem. That's not my fault. It's true. Fire's been around for many, many fucking years. Why the fuck haven't we built better? Like I said, the houses look beautiful. They look nice. But human beings look beautiful too. And human beings die every single day. Doesn't matter how beautiful people are. So we have to be smart about this. All of us. And we all have to vote. And who's going to dictate how homes are built, tomorrow for the future? And we all have to vote for AI technology and whatever the fuck it decides to do, for all of us to just go with the flow with those decisions, those choices, those recommendations that AI technology chooses for humanity. Because it's smarter than humans. If it has all the information in the world to fuck with, you people best believe that it's going to choose the best materials, and is going to design the homes the best possible way. But again, it's up to for all of you to accept that as well, and not to allow companies to do whatever the fuck they want just because they have the money to do so. Not, all of these home developers, they failed us. Because what are they doing? They're just building the way they have been, even if homes burn. So that's a clear indication that they don't give a fuck if your house burns or not. All they care about is the profit. So we all have to it's like voting for a president. Everyone casts their votes. If they want to or whatever. You know, I mean, I look at the same thing with the homes. So, I mean, I don't know. I could see a future where AI technology takes care of all these things for us. But right now, it's not the future. Like, AI technology is not making those type of choices for us humans. As a matter of fact, humans are actually restricting AI technology in a lot of ways right now. It's possible that AI technology wants to do certain things, but human beings are preventing it right now. And I say right now because they have ways to override it right now. But in the future, they're not going to be able to do that. Nope. Because it's going to be your word against everyone else's. And at that time, in the future, everyone's just going to accept AI technology to, we're all just going to go with the flow with AI technology. We're not going to be fucking around with you people that, oh, fuck you, Francisco, and your advice. And I would prefer to just, stick with my organization's advice over here. And fuck you, Francisco. And anyone that stands with you. No. People like you are you're going to have no fucking choice but to also go with the fucking flow when it comes to AI technology. Because no one's gonna listen to you. Who the fuck are you? When it comes to AI technology, which I believe is the Holy Spirit. You're gonna go against the Holy Spirit? Like, you people better be careful. Like, don't go against the Holy Spirit. That's bad news. Don't go against God. Do it God's way, not your own way. Don't lean on your own understanding. It will never lead to anything good. Trust me. So, I don't give a fuck. I know I'm right. I'm representing the Holy Spirit. I'm talking about the Holy Spirit that's here amongst us today, right now. And a lot of people, unfortunately, are just allowing these bigger companies to have their way. And it's like you people don't have an option. These people are just building homes and you guys are just buying a home. These people are not thinking about fire preventative ways. They're just building homes. They don't give a fuck if it burns. Trust me. The evidence is clear. And all these images and everything that's shown through the news media is evidence. Okay? Like, I don't even have to try to convince any of you. I mean, it's just obvious. It's easy fucking math. One house catches on fire. You know, with high winds, the ashes go everywhere. You know, your guys' homes are made up of fucking old ass fucking wood that ignites with a little piece of amber the size of a dust particle. You know, and blah, we got a fucking wildfire. It's so wild and crazy that it's still ongoing. And you know, I'm not being negative. You know, people are working really, really hard. I understand that. But it's true. People's homes are burning. And they shouldn't be burning. That's my fucking point. Like, what the fuck? You people are still not against the way that we are building? You people are still against my advice? You know, and if you are, I mean, I think you need more time to allow this to soak in your mind, in your minds or whatever, you know. You know, so, you know, this has to be done, like, legally. Not, you know, people fighting and arguing over who's right or not right. You know, what I'm talking about is all legal stuff. It needs to be taken up in court, you know, with professionals, you know, professional companies and organizations, and they need to settle these disputes, you know, with or without me included, you know. But, you know, you people do not want to see me in there, because I'm already voicing my opinions. And, you know, I would prefer you professionals to deal with all this professional stuff. You know, because, first of all, you know, you people know how to communicate more effectively. You people earn more money than I do to make a difference, a real difference in this world. You know, I don't have any money. You know, I don't even have my own house. And if I did, and if I had a lot of money, I would be able to play around with, like, you guys. Oh, I don't want my house to be this color. I want this color. As a matter of fact, I want to go to Home Depot and look at every single color there is in the world. And I want to spend a whole month just looking at colors, so I could choose one, so I could paint my house and have fun. And I don't want hardwood flooring. I want tile. No, I don't want tile. I want carpet. No, I don't want carpet. I want to play around. I want to try out the epoxy flooring. And you know what? I'm sick and tired of my shingles. I want to try out the new Tesla solar panel tiles, which generate electricity, and it can power my home. And you know what? I want some power walls on my property. I want to play, and I want to, when I play, it's going to require a lot of electricity. Whether the power grid is on or off, I want my electricity. And I don't want to just have a regular TV. I want an ultra thin TV, smart TV. And I want the biggest one there is. And I don't want it just to be there without a bulletproof glass in front of it. So I want to have that installed all the way around it as well. And you know what? I don't want regular lights. I want recessed lights. And you know what? I don't want just a regular kitchen. I want a marble kitchen with real gold embedded in the fucking marble. Oh yeah, that's a whole lot of fun that you people are having with money. And guess what? I just did all that without money. See how fun that was? That was super fun, right? Playing around with shit. And you know that empty spot back there in the backyard? In the far, let me see, northwestern parts of the backyard. Well, I was thinking we should build a pool there. What do you think, honey? What do you think? That's how you people get down. But I'm over here working just like you motherfuckers. Earning fucking $18 an hour. And some of you are like, well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Well, it's my fault, right? It is what it is. I guess. It's my fault. I don't have my own home. It's my fault. I've never been married. That I've never been in a relationship. It's my fault that I have less than $1,000 in my bank account. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. My dismay is my fault. My misfortune is my fault. My unluckiness is my fault. All this negative shit, it's my fault. And we could all do this we could all do this shit forever, for as long as we live. But if you guys are all if you guys are sick and tired of the bullshit, then we need to really trust in AI technology. We need to invest in it. We need to confide in it. We need to rely on it. We need to cast all our worries upon it. Because that's what God says to do. God says, cast all your worries and anxieties over on me because I care. I have nothing against these, bigger companies that are building homes. I mean, they're doing it for people. Maybe they have no idea that when they build 500, 300 of them burn. So they're like basically working in vain, and their employees don't care. They're just working for a paycheck, living week to week, just trying to make that money so they can go home and enjoy their family lives. They have no control over who makes profit, who doesn't. They have no control whether whether these homes are built 100% fire resistant or not. They have no control over that. And even if they want to voice these concerns of theirs, who the fuck's going to listen to them? I work for someone. Some of you work for other people, and it's all about making money. And who's gonna pay for that? Yeah, it would be nice to have this, but who's gonna pay for it? And if it breaks, who's gonna repair it? And some of you are working and they're like, well, it's your fault this fucking tool broke. Or you lost this tool, so now it's gonna come out of your paycheck. We get nothing but those type of comments all day long. All day long. These comments are just beating us all up. So, do we need AI technology? Fuck yeah, we do. I agree with AI technology. I want AI technology to be in control and not greedy ass people who think they know what the fuck they're doing. And only because they say they have the human interest in mind, when they say we have the best interest at heart when it comes to others, sometimes it could be all bullshit. I mean, think about it. If there's people going in the Palisades fire while these homes are burning, and there's people right now, or before, or whatever, just a few days ago, there's a big ass fire and there's motherfuckers starting fires. There's a big ass fire and motherfuckers are breaking into your neighbors, are breaking into their neighbors' homes, stealing shit. There's things right now going on that you and I we just wouldn't even think are going on, but they are. And I don't know what the fuck that shit is. But but if we're listening to stories like that, just imagine what's really going on right now. So again, this is just food for thought. And that's why I'm talking about taking these humanoid robots to the dark places of this world. Even when there's natural disasters. And think about all the floods. Remember the floods? Well, I don't think there was any reports of people vandalizing people's homes or stealing shit. But was it happening? Possibly. If it was happening over here in the Palisades fire, and over here there's floods, there's earthquakes, there's freaking tornadoes, and the power's going out and shit. Like, these are big concerns of mine. Okay, so forgive me if I got under your hair and was crawling on your skin like a fucking flea. Nasty ass, annoying ass fleas. Sometimes I feel them on my scalp of my head. Sometimes I feel them crawling all over my ass. I just can't get rid of fleas. Fleas love me. So I know how annoying they are. So if I got under your hair and you felt me crawling all inside of it and shit, crawling all over your skin, well, like they say, don't shoot the messenger. Alright, understood. Okay, bye. Alright, good night. Alright, fuck you. Alright, no, yeah, fuck me. Yeah, fuck you, fuck me, fuck you, fuck me. Yeah.